everyone, and welcome back to Jesse Hecht Creative. Today we're going over every single Captain America that I own, as well as some kit bashes from Marvel Legends. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button and smash that subscribe button. Now let's get to it. Let's start with Marvel Now Captain America. Marvel Now Captain America is just okay. The face sculpt is kind of stretched a little bit. It's weird. The wings are painted on. The A is painted on. Pretty okay. I don't like the face that much at all though. The eyes are pointed to the side. There is some nice looking little scales going on over here. Hexagon-like. But that's about it. That's kind of all I like about the figure. This type of thing. The red is fine. Doesn't really match that well as far as this goes over here. It's just okay to me. He doesn't really have that good of a color scheme. I think. I don't like the suit that much at all anyways. The brown is kind of off. There's no other brown on this outfit. The red is pretty bold and brash. The knee pads are weird to me. It just looks too tactical for me as far as Captain America goes. Yeah, it's kind of a shame. The shield is a little bit small, I would think. I do like how it's done as far as the figure goes. When it comes to this, the inside is nice in the shield. The clip, I'm always afraid of using because it might break the figure, so I just have him hold it. He luckily comes with this holding hand, but you don't really get too much range out of it articulation-wise. Yeah, it's kind of not really that great, I think. It's just very bland and not too bold. On the back, this is pretty messed up from other stuff I put on it, and yeah, it just doesn't really make sense to me, this figure. I don't like it that much at all. The articulation is just okay. You know, it's just very bare bones to me, this Captain America. It doesn't really come with anything. It's just, yeah, bad. I'm just gonna say it's bad. Let's move on to the next. It's very bland and boring, this guy. I actually gave him some straps from a AIM figure, and it's pretty good. It kind of fits with the belt and makes it a little more cohesive. It's even the same kind of shade and pegs in well with the shield. It gives him a little bit of credence, but again, not my favorite figure. Next up is Secret Wars Captain America. Secret Wars Captain America is marginally better. I like these wings much better. They're really good. The red on the suit is surprisingly good. The darker tone looks pretty cool. I love the silver also. This kind of creamish color is weird though. This off-white, it's strange. I just like how the red accents everything rather than gets in the way. The boots look really cool too. I love this little red thing. It reminds me of Black Knight in a way. I'm not sure why. These knee pads are kind of interesting and weird. There is a nicer tone to the red. The blue is darker, which makes it nicer and more muted. I love this belt so much that I used it for Shocker when I did a kit bash a long time ago. I also really like this shield. Silver on the star. Very nicely done. Same exact mold as last time, and I believe similar articulation and body molds and everything as other figures. I won't really go over this that much, but my one issue is if you put this up too much, more than this, it will grind against this piece and wreck it. That means if you push this up too far, you'll have a broken American flag, which is kind of a shame. Nice tempo on this, by the way. The deco was really good on this figure. I just wish that as a whole it was a little bit better and used a better body buck. Maybe someday, but I do like this costume. It looks very nice. I'm very happy with it. They even put a little tiny itty bitty star on the back, which is pretty neat. Yeah, this one could use a redo. I'm very happy with this. As far as kit bashing goes, that AIM 2-pack is coming up in spades. This time it covers this star, but not that badly. It works out pretty fine. It does have a little hole in it. You can put this back on and it will look much better. Really good. It looks good in the front. The gray is really muted and it works well for the figure. Kind of ties it all together too. It's nice. Counting on a technicality, here's Bucky Cap. Bucky Cap is super shiny. That's a really nice detail. I like how they made this metallic looking thing. The star is pretty cool. It's kind of big. Star is a little bit different on this. It's sort of like crunched in a way, but kind of fits. I like it. This one has a little bit of dot on that, which is pretty okay. We have some holsters for weaponry we'll go over in a bit. The hands are pre-posed, which is fine, I guess. It's mostly black with a little bit of stuff over here. These boots I'm meaning to use for something. I guess I'll get to that later on probably. But it's a nice figure and the first to use this body mold. The shield is particularly good. I love the tempo on it, the deco. It's very nicely done. I believe it's the same thing as the other one from Cap, but I like this one better. It just works better, and the stars on the back too, with the hole on that. It fits very nicely and works very well. We've seen Bucky Cap so many times that I don't even have to go over the articulation, but going over the accessories, he does come with this gun that's kind of weird and not really that great. Very, you know, rubbery in a way and loosey-goosey. It's cool though. It's a fine piece, fits well in the hand and gets in the trigger. Very good. Yep, that's that works out for that and fits nicely back into the holster from whence it came. I'm glad this is here, as well as this little knife. This one's really rubbery to the point where you can just move it however you want. It does fit good in this hand. It gives him some weapons and stuff instead of the shield. I like that a lot. More accessories, please. That'd be great. This is nice. I like this a lot. This little knife piece works out really well. Fits in the holster back again. And Bucky Cap's a pretty cool figure. If he was updated, and he actually will be, definitely pick him up. He's awesome. Next up is the retro Captain America. I've never been a big fan of this head sculpt. It just looks too mean to me and too wide and weird. I like the thinner one used on Secret Wars version. These wings are kind of funky. The A is popping out. This is popping out. They're all kind of like 3D and it's weird. The eyebrows are strange too. They're really blonde, which is kind of awkward. Reminds me of Thor from the first movie. There is some sort of decoed on little scales that are just okay, and the star looks really nice as well. I do love this kind of color red. It's a little bit lighter and brighter and nicer and more fitting with each other. The belt really fits in with the costume too, the colors. Not a big fan of this thing. They could have made it an actual mold. We'll see that down the line, but yeah, we'll see a redo of this guy too. Also, it was a valiant effort to make him look a little more Captain America-y, and I respect that. He looks very nice in this incarnation. I really love how he looks. It's nice. I wish the head was a little bit thinner, but the whole body comes together really well, and yeah, he's pretty cool. As far as kit bashing goes, you can put the brown straps on him from the AIM 2-pack once again. It does cover the star, which is a shame, but looks nice on him, and does cover that mess up from the shoulders if you do decide to move the figure farther than what the shoulders would really allow. I also gave him this shield over here that I love. This one from an old MCU Captain America a couple years ago, I guess. Pegs really nicely into the back and works out very fine and looks wonderful. I love this look for him. Shield is great. And yeah, this is a really nice Captain America for now. Hello everyone, and thank you so much for watching so far. Make sure to click like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. You can also click the bell icon for more creativity. Now let's get back to it. Next up is the 20th anniversary Captain America. I know everyone's been praising this figure and he looks cool. I've already reviewed this guy, not going to spend too much time on him, but this is the biggest miss I've ever seen in my life. Why you would have a shield with holes in it is really stupid. It looks nice, it looks great, then you put holes in it. That is a definite fail from me, Hasbro. The bodies are reused. We've already seen this before on a different figure. But yeah, these scales are fine. They don't really make up for anything. The paint is kind of weird and I don't know, just chipping off in some places. The quality control has gone below the floor. This doesn't even look that silver, just sort of like a gunmetal-y color. I don't know. Everyone's enamored with this thing and I'm just not, I guess. I like other figures, I think. The face is too shrunken up. It just bothers me. I don't know why. This is not my ideal Captain America. The accessories are plentiful. We get so many like hands everywhere coming out of the wazoo with everything. I really like the usage of hands though. They're pretty nice. I can add them to other figures as well. The head looks really awesome too. I love this head. It reminds me of the John Walker Captain America. We have these effects as well as the little hood piece for that head. A nice touch on that. These do plug into the shield, and then we have some cool little ricochet effects that are pretty neat, but all that does not amount to an amazing Captain America figure. It just screams of desperation to me that they're throwing things at us to see what sticks when they really should be getting things that stick 100%. Next up is Wolf Captain America. The wolf in the character name isn't evident, but the fact that he's entirely a reuse of the previous figure I showed you does. Yeah, it's not really that awesome or anything as far as from what you've seen before, but I love this color scheme. It's a little bit darker, a little more modern, a little bit better. I like that. It's nice. Not too much of a change from the norm, but instead an updating and a redo of what we've seen before with better coloration, I think. But there's better things in store for this figure than what you see here. The head isn't my favorite thing. I do like the rest of the body though, and we'll see some sort of modifications of that when I get to kit bashing. The shield is pretty cool as well. It looks nice in the same kind of thing we've been seeing before. Nice white though. I like this a lot. It looks super cool. It pegs in really well to the back. The star has a little scuffage on that, but that's fine, I would guess. Fits on there pretty well and works out cool. He does have those weird arms that do have a lot of scuffs on him, which is a shame, and I'm glad they're at least trying to fix that. As far as accessories goes, he comes with a saluting hand, which is really nice. We've seen this kind of thing before though. Does have some good articulation to it, and this one, the same. This pointing hand is pretty fine, but the wolf head is really weird and kind of new to me. I could almost make an Animal Avengers with this guy and Throg and a couple other figures, Howard the Duck or something. It's okay. It's an okay head. It looks more like a dog to me than a wolf kind of, but it's pretty interesting. Does have some nice swivel, does have some nice back and forth, pretty okay. It's an alright head sculpt. I wish it was redone. It's a pretty cool concept though. It's still strange. As far as kit bashing goes, this is my ideal Captain America. I love this head. It's really nicely done. I forgot where it's actually from, but it's a wonderful head for Captain America. Super cool, super good. We do have these hands that can swivel and then hinge. They're from Sunfire. I had to cut the peg down a tiny bit, but it works great. We also have the straps, as seen before, that fit really nicely into the back and obscure the star. Was going to be obscured anyway with this shield on him. This is my ideal Captain America. As far as sort of something more modern goes, but there's something even more modern coming up. And finally, here's 80th anniversary Captain America. This right here is my favorite Captain America. I really love the head sculpt. The wings look really nice on it. The blue is awesome. The face looks really great. The A is a slightly protruding out, which is really nicely done. I love this star. Comes out a little bit 3D effect. We have a really nicely done scaling over here. This is great. It's a little bit shiny, wonderful. Carries on a tiny bit over here. Awesome. I love these gloves. They're really cool. The hands are really nice. The muted kind of red is wonderfully done. I like the belt. The coloration is nice. I like how it all works together, and it's my favorite Captain America figure I have. It's amazingly done and wonderful. Super cool. The shield's also great. There is a little bit of smudging over here, but that's from when the shield was kind of on the back and sort of rubbing against it a little bit, but that's fine by me. The white's nice. The dark blue is great. The dark red is really cool. This is a wonderfully done modern Captain America. I use this as my sort of final suit, the one he gets at the end of the storyline, I would guess, but this is a great Captain America suit. Don't sleep on it. It's wonderfully done and awesome, and I love this thing. It's just great. Yes. All the yes. He also comes with a spare head that I don't really use too much. It's fine, I guess. A little bit of the sort of wonky eyes in a way, but it's pretty cool, I guess. I like the original head. It's kind of the best head, I think, for me, but this one is just okay. He also comes with these holding hands, and I gave him some straps from a different Captain America that fit him pretty well and looked nice on him. Actually matched the belt really well, and it's pretty cool. I love this figure a lot. It's awesome. Each Marvel Legends Captain America stands at about 6¼ to 6½ inches tall or so, and they look really nice together next to each other. From left to right, from worst to best, in my opinion, we have Marvel Now, Secret Wars, Bucky Cap, Retro, Toy Biz, Wolf, and 80th. Again, if you're a fan of any of these, grab them, but I would highly recommend the 80th, Wolf, and Retro, and maybe get the Toy Biz version for the parts. The rest aren't really needed that much. Maybe Bucky Cap, as the line is dying down with that body mold as a swan song, but the other two, Secret Wars and Marvel Now, I would just skip. Overall, Captain America is a great hero with a nice outfit, a cool shield, and a lot of action figures from Marvel Legends. Some good, some bad. Marvel Now Captain America has a really small head, bad body proportions, and a strange color scheme. His shield is good, but that's about it. Secret Wars Captain America looks really nice as far as colors go. I like the red stripe going throughout his body. The silver is really cool in the shield and chest, and he looks nice aside from that off-white. Bucky Cap is a figure whose body mold has inspired years of reuse for this figure, and it's time to retire him, seeing as there is a new version coming out soon. I appreciate the accessories, I like the shield, and I like the shininess as far as the chest goes, but the rest is very boring and all black. Retro Captain America looks really nice. I love the colors for him that are very bright. I couldn't find the original shield, so I gave him one from a MCU Captain America, and it fits him really well. Nice, classic, and pointed. Really cool. I do wish the scales were molded on instead of painted. Maybe if they were, he'd be higher on the list. Otherwise, he looks really good and very classic. Toy Biz Retro Captain America is a nice figure, but I find that the shield is the most off-putting part, as well as the head. I just don't get why they would have that shield have holes in it when it could be an easier wraparound effect for other things. It's kind of a shame that brings the whole figure down entirely instead of bringing it up. Wolf Cap acts as a great all-purpose cap for any need. He's wonderful with great accessories, even the kit bashed ones, as well as the wolf head. It's pretty cool. 80th Cap is definitely worth it. Great color scheme, awesome scales, real shine, great head sculpt, and some good accessories. I'm a big fan of this one. He's wonderful, and definitely pick him up. If you're a big fan of Captain America, any of these figures will be worth it to you, but the ones that I'm personally not a fan of, you should think twice about. So which one is your favorite? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching Jesse Hecht Creative. Feel free to click like, subscribe, share, or leave a comment. You can also visit us at jessehechtcreative.com, where you'll find more reviews like this one. Thanks again for watching, and keep being creative. Stay tuned.